Yo, what's good, guys? It's Austin here, or Luna. So today's story time's gonna be a short one, just because your boy's sick. He might have the COVID-19, but maybe not. We'll see in a couple days when I get my results back. But I'm feeling all right for the most part. But yeah, guys, the story time starts off in 2017. Okay, now this was funny. This was just a funny ass story in my opinion. It all starts off as a normal night. I was hanging out with two friends of mine, and one of my friends, let's just call him Sam, all right? Sam was a YouTube creator. He liked making skits. He made like skits on YouTube about comedy and drama. He would just make all types of skits basically, all right? And he wanted to make a skit about mushrooms. We all know what shrooms are. Yeah. He wanted to make a skit about mushrooms. So we went to the store and bought like a bunch of little mushrooms and bagged them up in a Ziploc bag to try and resemble real shrooms. And I was like, I don't think that looks like real shrooms, but you know what? Whatever. So after me, Sam, and my friend buy these prop mushrooms from the store, they weren't props, they were real mushrooms, but not the psilocybin ones. And we leave the store and we start walking back to Sam's house, and it was about a mile walk. Now we were going to drive there, but we decided to walk because the weather was really nice. It was the middle of summer. And we're walking down the street. We get about halfway through our walk, and all of a sudden we hear a really loud car coming up behind us. And we turn around and it's this super loud sports car, and we immediately knew who it was, all right? So there was this kid from our high school, all right? Let's just call him Jared, all right? Jared was a dick. Just a nice, flaccid dickhead, all right? Like, he was just a huge bully in school. He just like fucked with everyone that he could. He robbed a couple of my friends. So when I saw his car pulling up and he was slowing down next to us, I already knew it wasn't going to be a good thing because me and him were never friends. Sam and him were never friends. Our other friend and him were not friends. Like, none of us were friends with this kid. So there's no reason for him to be pulling over on the side of the road to talk to us. So he pulls over and he rolls his window down and he goes, "Yo, Austin, Sam, like, what's good?" And we kind of just look at each other like confused. And we're like, "Yo, what's up, Jared?" And for some reason, he had two people in his back seat. He had two people the same age as him in his back seat, but nobody in the front seat, which was really strange. I don't understand that whatsoever. But yeah, he had two people in his car. So, it was like a 3v3 situation right now. So we reply to him. We're like, "Yo, what's good, Jared?" He's like, "Yo, what do you guys got there?" And he points to the bag in my hand, and it was a grocery bag. And I was like, "Oh, just some groceries from the store." He's like, "You expect me to believe that you three walked to the grocery store and bought groceries together? No, I don't believe that. What's actually in the bag?" I was like, "I'm telling you, bro, they're just some mushrooms for a video we're making later." He's like, "Some mushrooms? What kind of mushrooms?" I'm like, "Homie, they're literally just mushrooms from the store. Like, you use them to make food and stuff." And he's like, "Nah, man, I don't believe that. You expect me to believe that? Like, you guys buying mushrooms to make food and stuff?" I was like, "Dude, they're not to make food. We're literally just buying them and using them as fake psilocybin mushrooms for a skit we're doing." And he was like, "I don't believe that." And he grabs the bag out of my hand and he starts taking a look. And he sees them in there. And he goes, "Bro, these are the real deal." I'm like, "Homie, they are mushrooms from the grocery store. If you eat those, they're just going to taste like shit and do nothing." And he's like, "Yeah, all right, buddy. Good defense mechanism." And he steals our mushrooms and gets back in the car with the rest of his friends. And they drive off. They just robbed us of mushrooms. And not the trippy kind. The regular ass kind that you use to make soup and shit. So we walk back to the store, buy more of them, go back to my friend's house, film the skit, get done with that video, and we're just sitting in my friend's basement laughing because we literally got robbed out of fake mushrooms basically. And we were all really excited because we knew he was going to eat them and then find out that they were actually just mushrooms from the store. And fast forward like 4 hours later, I get a message on Facebook from none other than Jared himself. And he goes, "Austin, you fucking scammed me." And I reply and I'm like, "Bro, you robbed me. You robbed me and my friends for some fake ass mushrooms and I told you they weren't real. Like, you didn't pay for those. You're just a dumbass. I'm glad you fell for it." And he goes, "Austin, if I ever see you in real life, you better fucking run, bro. You better run fast because you're done." And I just laugh. I send back a bunch of crying emojis and I block him on Facebook. Now here's the crazy part. I saw him in real life 3 months later. And needless to say, it was a very dramatic, bad situation. And yeah, that's a story time I'm going to tell tomorrow. Kind of like a part 2. But yeah, guys, that's the end of the story time of the time someone tried to rob me for mushrooms and they were literally just normal ass mushrooms. But yeah, guys, I hope you enjoyed this story time. Leave a like on the video if you did enjoy it. Feel free to leave your story times in the comments down below and subscribe if you're new. I'll see you all later. Peace.
Like, what's up? They leave me out for the dead and now they know they're fucked. All my texts are unread, that's how I know she's done.